Bro is looking extra black today. Not quite sure why he's looking so black today, but he's extra black today. He's trying
So
to
black you
blend
can't
in.
see him.
Can't see him. Smile in the dark so we can
No,
see him.
because
There you go.
I'm sharing the podcast to everyone.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I didn't know, sir. Sorry, my bad. Sorry for assuming that you were black. Didn't know.
What do you mean?
I didn't know. I didn't know you were black. I honestly didn't know. I looked at you and I thought, oh, he's white. White passing.
He one of those.
Passing. Yeah, he is. Welcome to the group, Michael. You're not a majority.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, black people don't really have any say. Today, people, we're going to be upsetting a lot of you. We're going to be pissing off a lot of people. Mama, I ain't heard from you in forever, lady. Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have I been saying hello? And if I don't say hello, none of y'all white people say hello to me.
No shit.
I love Mama. I love Mama. This is Mama. Everybody loves Maureen. You've been sick. Did you catch the C? I hope he didn't catch the C, Mom. I hope she didn't catch
You call that CV?
Hope
Yeah,
not.
she's
Mom.
got that.
Yeah.
She's got that ivermectin stuff in the
You got that
QC
C-
stuff.
I'm the
Take
CV.
that
dewormer.
I got that shit, cuz.
Take that dewormer. Take that dewormer, girl. Take that dewormer. Well, today, people, we're tackling agendas. And unfortunately, if any of you have friends who are of the non-straight persuasion, we may not be grouping all of you in the same boat, but if you back any of the things we are saying today, I'm telling you now, if we are friends, we're no longer friends. Okay? I'm making that clear. If what I'm about to show you, you are okay with, okay, straight, whatever, I'm no longer friends with you. I don't even want to see you in my vicinity. I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
And I dare say not even back it up, but if you kind of sort of like pass it off as, you know, culturally acceptable or even remotely acceptable, then we've got issues.
We're done.
Yeah.
Done.
We're done.
Okay. So this came out a year and a half ago now, but its relevance is now being seen as they were not lying or joking. You know, people have said that be careful about what you joke about because some people may joke about what they really want to do. These people, the San Francisco Gay Choir, made this parody video. They called it a parody video. That was a year and some ago now.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch what the culture is doing now, I dare say it wasn't a joke. Okay, so listen to them. And don't really listen to them at all, but hear what they have to say.
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done.
You said what now?
I was just saying, remember that these are from the mouths of these people. So when they're saying it, it's not necessarily from, you know, anybody else. It's exactly from them and their heads and from their mouths.
And that's what we're gonna do.
Put me back on.
You better fix that shirt. I ain't having that on my. I'm not having that in my.
We're about to get banned.
Disgusting. Yeah. Here we go.
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done.
Internet
so to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you.
You think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked.
Huh.
Funny, just this once, you're correct.
Look at the crazy eyes.
We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep them from disco. Warn about San Francisco. Make him wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children. We'll make them tolerant and fair.
At first, I didn't get why you'd be so scared of us turning your children into accepting, caring people, but I see now why you'd have a problem with that.
Just like you worried, they'll change their group of friends. You won't approve of where they go at night to protest.
So, again, if you watch the climate now, were they lying? Were they joking?
No. But I thought they weren't trying to convert kids.
No, that's what they want you to believe. That's
But
what
they
they
just
want.
said it right here in this video.
Right. They want you to think, no, we're not doing it, but we're doing it. No, we're not doing it, but we're doing it. They jest, they joke, but then they do. They do. It gets worse.
But when you'll be disgusted,
So gross.
when they start finding things online that you've kept far from their sight,
Like information.
guess what? You'll still be alright. We'll convert your children, yes we will.
Reaching one and all, there's really no escaping it.
'Cause even grandma likes RuPaul.
And the world's getting kinder.
Gen Z's gayer than Grinder. Learn to love, learn to vogue, face your fate. We'll convert your children. Someone's gotta teach them not to.
Okay, enough of that. Now, let's discuss.
I really like how they designed this to be accepting a lifestyle that goes against the very nature of human progress to be considered hate.
Hate.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole purpose of that video. I didn't get it. You know what I mean? It was just like, you guys keep telling the American people or people on social media that you're not trying to convert children to be or accept your lifestyle. But that video just showed us that, yeah, you are. You're trying to convert your children, mainly men, boys, to accept your lifestyle.
Not just
Plain and
accept,
simple.
but embrace and be a part of it, I would dare say.
Thank
The
you.
part that pissed me off was what they do outside the house at night. They're encouraging children then to leave the home outside of parents' permission.
Yep.
They're teaching rebellion while calling it kindness and acceptance,
But why though?
because that's the only way they can win, is to make it, because they know the whole lifestyle itself, whether they like to believe it or not, is against nature. They have to get you thinking against the nature of the home. They have to carry that throughout the whole system. So rebelling against mom, because mom doesn't know what they're talking about. Dad doesn't know what he's talking about. You have to not listen to any one of them. Move on. This is how they do it. They're not the only ones that do that. Now you're seeing the drag queens and the drag kings and taking kids to strip clubs. Remember they said in the song, this was a year and a half
Yep.
ago. A year and a half ago. They told you in this song what they were going to do. And today, that's their agenda. They literally told you. And people like, nah, just a joke. It's only a song.
Mhm.
Really? You think it's really only a joke, only a song? Outside of that, we've seen multiple books in schools passing this off, talking not just about the lifestyle, but we're talking about deep perversions in the book. In fact, I have
Yep.
one. I have one for you guys. Okay.
And just before we move on, it just confirms to me, and maybe this is just me, but it confirms to me that being gay is a choice.
It
Because
right
they
there.
literally said, we'll convert your children, which
Mhm.
means these kids have to listen and then make the decision to say, hey, I'm going to follow the gay men's choir into their lifestyle, which means it's not, it can't necessarily be genetic because these kids are being converted,
Taught.
You're right.
taught.
100%.
Okay. So here's the book. The book is called "This Book is Gay." Look at the page, right? Welcome to the members club. This is for, mind you, teens. 13 to 18 is the age group this book is directed at.
So it was
Remember
written for. This is their
For.
target audience.
That's the target audience. You
Yep.
can't mistake our biology. Stereotypes are poo, the fear, haters gonna hate, coming out, where to meet people like you. That's the one that we're going to really focus on, where to meet people like you. The ins and outs of gay sex, nesting, hats, the guide to recognizing your gay saints, build a bridge, the cheat sheet.
Gay saints. What are those?
I don't know. Holy
What are
homosexuals,
those?
I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Johnny Archer. No, we need to. Yeah, you're right. We do, but we need to parent them better.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. So the I'm going to go to the stereotypes or poo one first. Okay. Paste and go. Stereotypes are poo. Aren't gay men brilliant? They're such loyal friends and they're always good for a laugh. They're best shopping partners too. And are always up for dancing to Beyonce.
Oh, cool.
Now, the person that wrote this book is an individual called Juno Dawson. Okay. Juno Dawson. Formerly James Dawson.
That makes sense.
Hey, Gary. Huh? Formerly, okay. So he's directing a lot of his conversations towards boys, not girls, young boys. Because I think in the back of all of this, he's a pedophile.
Yep.
Would
I
not
agree.
surprise me
Like
if he diddles little boys. I wouldn't be surprised.
But we've had this conversation before about, you notice how the LGBTQRSTUV community, everything is geared towards boys and men.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. They never talk about the women. It's always the men. Why? Why do you want to teach little boys, this, that, and the other? And why are only drag queens men? Why are only when it comes to transgender, they only talk about men who have transitioned? They never talk about women. You never hear about women playing sports. You never hear about women that have transitioned doing anything. It's always the men. Why? Because they're trying to feminize men. That's always been their goal. Because the patriarchy is part of the patriarchy. And if we can feminize men and get young boys and teach them at a young age to be more feminine, we can destroy the patriarchy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm never going to teach my son not to be masculine. I'm always going to teach him everything about masculinity. And same as every father that has a young boy out there. So,
but that's being hateful.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I'm hateful then.
You are a hateful, bigoted, Biggie Smalls, bigoted.
Misogyny.
I'll take it.
Misogyny.
I'll take whatever hate they throw at me. But I'm not going to allow my son to get brainwashed to thinking that something is right. If he wants to be in that lifestyle, I'll respect him for that. And I'll back him for that. But I'm not going to sit here and fucking bounce on the fucking community like, oh, it's okay, son. You can suck someone off if you want to. No, it's not going to fucking happen, dude. It's not going to fucking happen.
And what I think is even more wicked, and I'll dare say I use that term very, very intentionally, wicked, evil, is they want to get rid of strong men so that they can change they can change culture. And they do that by getting rid of strong men, which will in turn degenerate women, and women will be exposed. And then any foreign ideological, whatever can come in and change the culture, and then you lose a nation.
It's so crazy, right? So in the book, he puts little stories of people writing in their testimonies, right? He puts in a 43-year-old male's story. I think all stereotypes are, whether it be racial stereotype or sexual stereotype or cultural stereotype, they're all going to find someone who fits the bill. But stereotypes suggest a group, or at least a majority of the group, behaves in a certain way, and that kills the idea of individuality. Interesting that you think that way while still trying to tell everybody that all LGBTQ are the same. That's kind of weird. But hey, I digress. And they go on to mention Muslim extremists. Meanwhile, the Muslim faith is one of the biggest killers of LGBTQ people.
Correct.
So how slow do you really have to be to think, oh, that's the one I'm going to mention? Now, I want to show you the guy that's behind this.
Who's that?
That's the guy that wrote the book.
That's a guy?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's go towards the Adam's apple.
Hold on.
You don't need the Adam's apple. Look at the jawline.
Okay, that's the guy. Hold on.
Look at the
hold
arms.
on.
Look at his shoulders.
This is also the guy that wrote the book.
Oh, shit. It's not even a real man right there.
Oh my gosh, the contour job that this guy learned from the MAC makeup store is just skills.
Immaculate.
I gotta say,
and everything is it's all about the patriarchy, man. They hate the fact that men run the country, have run the country for so many years. So through generations and generations of indoctrination, if they can teach young boys that men can be feminists, men can be this, men can be that, they're slowly trying to pull away from the strength of men, like Jay said. They're slowly trying to pull that away. But us real men that are still here ain't gonna let that fucking happen. We're not gonna stop. So let them keep going with their little bullshit propaganda. It's all fucking Marxism. It's all Antifa, Marxism, communist-based bullshit. And people need to understand that these people are Marxists. These people are fucking communists. And they're not going to stop until they get what they get, but they're not going to win. I promise you, they're not going to win.
But they'll call what you just said, this word right here. What's that word? Homophobia. That's you, right? That's what you would be. You'd be homophobic.
But I'm not homophobic because I respect everyone's lifestyle.
But I'm not
going
afraid
to allow you to indoctrinate my child to accept something that he doesn't want to do. Because indoctrination can go a long way, man. So they can call me what they want.
They say it like this. Sadly, there are small-minded bigots everywhere. This is you, Michael, and myself, and you, Jay. And they don't have enjoy letting you know how idiotic they are. It's a free country, they say. I can say what I like. Well, actually, inciting hatred is a criminal offense. No, it's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did they literally just say, I don't like your ideas? Did they literally say that that's the same thing as saying fire in a crowded room?
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they saying, so what they're putting out, if you look at the definition of bigotry, what they're saying is the definition of bigotry. That means bigotry just pretty much means you do not accept someone's belief. So they're bigots. Everything they're putting out is bigotry. It's not racist. It's just bigotry. I don't accept it. I don't believe in it. Bigotry.
Transphobic people will be similarly disgusted with trans people, whether they think it's just an impossibility for one to change their gender, or if, as with gay people, they see trans people as evil sex sirens who will fool you with their gender secret. Yep.
I mean, convert your children seems pretty much like an evil sex siren who wants to fool you with their gender secret.
No, Therapy.
Why would you want to fool somebody like that? Like, if I met a chick at a bar and I was like, damn, this chick is hot. Then I go home and find a penis in her pants. You think I'm gonna go be down with that shit?
You might.
Fuck
You might.
no.
You know. You might.
Like, you fucking
might.
trickery ass motherfucker, and I'm gonna beat the snot off that motherfucker.
You wouldn't, but he's a man, so he'd be okay. So
Fuck that.
now, this is the chapter where they go after young people. Okay, this is where it gets. Well, I tell you, you're gonna start getting angry. Okay. We all want sex with loads of people.
We do.
This is what they're telling children. Okay, 13 to 19.
Mm-hmm.
The book is targeted for that age group.
Population control is right.
You know that younger are going to read this book, right? Okay. We all want to have sex with loads of people. Allow me to explain. We don't all want to cheat on our partners or be promiscuous, but, and please correct me if I'm wrong, although I know you're lying, when we see someone we fancy, we can't help but fancy them. Short of scooping out our eyes with melon ballers, there's little we can do about this. I don't see how that's wanting to have sex with loads of people, but let me continue. So it becomes a question of impulse control. If we all exactly, that's what being an adult. Okay. If we all accept it, it's perfectly natural to have urges. We are, I'm sure, sufficiently evolved not to have to act on them.
Yes. True.
I have the urge to choke the living daylights out of somebody, but I don't. Why? It's illegal.
Right.
So you know what you have to have? Self-control. You know who benefits from that? Me. So I don't kill somebody. Because killing is wrong outside of being illegal. You know, that impulse control thing. It's supposed to be things that reasonable adults do. I'm just okay. For some couples, though, the idea of having to suppress these urges is crazy, and so they allow each other to have the freedom to act on their desires. In most open relationships, there are certain rules. Now, remember, he's talking about adults, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the kids. Lots of younger LGBTQ LMNOP people want to be in a committed relationship. After all, that's intimacy. Does look good, doesn't it? Well, it does, but remember, having no relationship is better than having one just because everyone else is. Would you jump off a cliff if your friends told you so? Kind of like you persuading them to be gay because everyone else is. Anyway, when I visit schools, most now have at least one gay couple, and importantly, the rest of the school doesn't seem to give a flying fig. Schools are legally required to provide a safe space for the pupils. So, in theory, you should be able to have a relationship with a classmate. Boys date girls all the time. I don't know what. Anyway, in practice, schools vary widely, with some far better than others tackling homophobic bullying. Homophobic bullying.
You know, Marlon, you know, so we're all, you know, heterosexual males, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you ever walked down the street and saw a homosexual couple and frowned upon it? Or did you just mind your business?
I have, especially if I see them doing something that's like, leave that for the bedroom.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking about a normal like couple just out having dinner and they're homosexual, or even a trans person. I've never looked at a trans person and said, ew, oh my God. You know, I've never done that because I'm one of those people that believe people can do what they want and believe what they want. You know, for this is all propaganda, man, what they're writing here. They think us heterosexual men, because that's mainly what it's geared towards, right? It's geared towards us heterosexual men. They never talk about the heterosexual woman. It's always the men. We're the evil, the most evilest. But we've never gone out in public and said anything to someone homosexual or trans or anything. We just keep it moving. It's not my business. It's not my problem. They live how they want to live. So what they're doing, they're teaching these kids that heterosexual men, mainly, this is what they're saying, are the devil, and they hate you if you're this or that. So you get these kids that are reading this stuff like this, and they're looking at their heterosexual father, and it's going to make them hate their own fucking father at the end of the day. Dad, you're just a fucking cis heterosexual male.
And that's what they'll push. That line of talk. That line of talk.
Yeah.
Like you said, like right here. Okay. So this is so ridiculous. Join us. This is so ridiculous. It hardly warrants airtime. But pornography has led some young heterosexual men to think that scantily clad gay women will coquettishly beckon them into a soft, focused three-way. Clearly, this is not the case. Now, mind you, hear me out. This is not my viewpoint I'm about to give you. He has a problem with heterosexual men wanting to be in a three-way with lesbian women, but he has no problem telling heterosexual men to be with multiple gay men. I want you to understand how he breaks it down, and Michael was completely correct, that it is all about attacking the male. He does not want a heterosexual male looking at pornography and getting the idea that gay women will want him. He wants this heterosexual man to fall more along the lines of gay men. Does that make sense? Some bi or queer women probably are looking for threesomes with a clammy paired internet man, but most aren't. No lesbian women are. No lesbian. This is how you indoctrinate people. It's a very soft way of doing it, but this is how he indoctrinates. Mm-hmm. I can't state this enough. Lesbians like that word, vaginas. They don't even want blokes watching. I know how inconsiderate. Note the sarcasm. Now, remember, he's directing that towards heterosexual males.
Heterosexual, right? Teenage, prepubescent, pubescent,
right?
Men.
Okay.
Boys.
But the more heartbreaking, he says, this is more serious side of the idea that gay women are waiting for the right man in certain parts of South Africa. Corrective rape is a terrible, heartbreaking practice whereby gay women are raped and gang raped for their own good to turn them heterosexual. All of us, straight, gay, otherwise, must accept that women of all sexualities have the same sexual freedoms as men.
Oh my gosh, the virtue signaling on this guy is so guy, whatever, is so.
So what do you do when you can't convince people with logic? You go to fear tactics.
Emotion.
Yeah. That's a typical Marxist tactic. Fear tactics. You have to fucking tell people that don't believe in what you believe in that these people over here are the most evil, most dangerous people in the world. And they use shit like this. Propaganda. This is all propaganda. This was the same shit the brown shirts and the Nazis did. Mm-hmm. Same shit. And it made people fucking fear people who didn't believe in what they believed in.
Right.
And it's all fucking indoctrination, man. The more you talk about it, the more you push it, the more these young kids are going to believe it. These kids' minds aren't even fully developed yet. So the more, if I told my son every single day, gay people are bad, every single day, gay people are bad. This is why. By the time he's an adult in his 20s, what do you think he's going to say?
Gay people are not
bad.
Gay
people are bad. So this is why they target children, because they have to indoctrinate them to think so they can get their minds thinking a certain way. So when they get an adult, they're all going to wake up. Now all of a sudden, all these kids, you think about it, all these kids are all trans and furries and this and that, or whatever gender they want to be. They don't even know what fucking gender they are. That's never happening, and that's never happening. You know, when I was a kid, there was 2 genders. Nowadays, there's 50 genders. You know, so they're going to continue to do it, but as long as we get our kids and pull from what they try to indoctrinate them with and tell them your fucking belief and say, hey, you know, at least teach them like, You can believe what you want to believe, but
you ready for it?
This is all indoctrination over here.
You ready for what you just said coming to life? Here we go.
Yep.
Saunas and sex parties. Again, I'll remind you of the age group that the book is intended. It's aimed, listed for 13, 18.
Yep.
Kids. 13 through 18. This is one of the titles in the book, Saunas and Sex Parties. Okay? As this is a guide to all things gay, it would be wrong of me not to mention the things most brochures would gloss over. In big cities all around the world, there are places that cater to gay men's seeming obsession with sex. Notice again, harping specifically on what?
Men.
Gay men.
Yep.
Okay? Saunas or bathhouses are dotted all over the country and are perfectly legal. Again, this is fine as long as you're safe. Random sex is fine as long as you're safe. That said, never once did I hear anyone say, "This is my husband, Derek. We met at Chariots in Vauxhall and is true love." Saunas are regarded as a little sleazy, and people often visit these places in secret. He's telling children a whole lot of things that they should not be privy to.
Yep.
Okay? The advent of the sex app has also removed the need to pay an entry fee. In big cities, people often use the apps to invite loads of people for around for a party or to chill out. Those are code words. He's telling children code words that adult men, gay men, use to meet up. 13 to 18. Again, I will not stop reiterating the age group of this book. These are code words for orgy. Orgy. Very often, there are drugs involved. Some sources suggest that these parties are partly to blame for the sharp rise in HIV, syphilis, and hepatitis in the gay scene. Geez, remember when parties were about jelly and ice cream and sausages on sticks? Let's go back to that. Clearly, going round to some random's flat with a load of guys you don't know is a bit on the safety dubious side. And dear God, wear a condom, wear two. Not don't do it. Not be safe and don't do that. Keep doing it, but wear a condom. Homosexual people love a lot of sex. Again, this is for 13 through 18 years old.
And
he goes on to mention Grindr, by the way.
We have websites like Grindr and everything, and we have websites. There's so many sexual websites out there. But one thing I have to say is that like everything is always geared towards men. Always geared towards men. Like we're the only people that out there are raping people, which is not true. There are women out there that do the same thing. We're the only prowlers out there. Not true. There are women that do it too. But everything is geared towards men. And like we were all talking about earlier is that they want to get rid of masculinity. That's it. They want to get rid of it. They don't want masculine men. They don't want alphas. They don't want sigmas. They don't want us here because we're the men that are going to stand up and stand by what we believe in. So, you don't see, like I said, you don't see them talking about women who transition to a man out here boxing Floyd Mayweather. You don't see shit like that. But you always see men doing women's sports. You know what I mean? And they highlight that shit. It's fucking crazy, dude. Like, it's like they want to feminize us, and we're not going to fucking bow down to that. We're not going to be feminized. I'm not going to be a feminine ass male. I'm not. Ever. My son's not. Never. You
Not
know what I
even a little
mean?
bit. Not even a little bit.
I may do some feminine shit like shave my balls or something, but but that's about it.
I don't
But at
think
least you
females
got
do that.
balls to shave.
Yeah, I know females don't do that.
At
Though.
least I have balls. I might manscape, but
Okay,
I'm gonna start a new
manscape.
movement. It's called meminists. They have feminists. We have feminists. We're gonna call ourselves feminists. That means we're standing for what true men should stand for. I'm not talking about these toxic ass men that are really out here doing
there's no
bad
such thing as
shit.
toxic men.
No, there is no such thing.
Well, I'm talking about toxic men that can, my dad was very, 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 very bad, So I'm talking about men like him that beat the hell out of their women and just for no reason, and women do it too. So let's go both sides. But
what's that, Jay?
my dad wasn't a good person, and we're gonna start a new movement called we're feminists. Because we're tired of being attacked for our fucking masculinity. We're tired of being attacked for the men we want to be.
I have the perfect slogan for us too.
What?
You remember that old cologne commercial? By men, and that's what.
What? I remember that.
Until a chick can tell me she.
You remember that? By men, and that's us.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, man. It's just like, and I don't have a problem with females trying to, stand up for themselves and show how strong they are. I don't have a problem with that. But I think personally, me, Michael, I think that whole feminist movement destroyed. That was the beginning of the destruction of the household.
And women.
Yeah.
And women. That was the beginning of it. Because, the minute they said women are, no man has ever, said that. But the minute that started, for one, it was a tax reason why they wanted women to get out there and work. For two, more and more men are like standoffish when it comes to female, because every female is a strong female, independent woman. I can fucking do it myself. But yet then when something happens to you, the first person you call is a man.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I thought you can do it yourself. You can handle this shit yourself, right? Why'd you call me?
Yeah, don't call me. I'm busy. I'm playing video games.
Yeah, I'm fucking watching fucking Twilight.
No, that's feminine. Don't do that. Don't watch Twilight.
I like Twilight. That's not feminine. That's just I like Twilight.
Sparkle boy, gay.
Bruh. I saw all of them. It's not masculine at all, bro.
Right?
Come on.
This book should be banned.
The reason why I watched it was because I was digging a chick.
This book should be banned. Jeez, demographics 13 through 18, not age appropriate specifically for age ranging 13 through 17. 17 and 18 is a gay legal area, and legalized 16 in appropriate legal sexual consent. I agree they should be banning this book, but it's not going to get banned. Why?
No.
Because the agenda is in full swing now. The agenda is in full swing.
The gender cracks.
Like for instance, hey Marlon, can you go back to the other page regarding the saunas?
Yeah.
So remember, ladies and gentlemen in the chat and those who are going to be watching this post, whatever, after you share, like, and subscribe, listen, they are telling 13 through 18-year-olds that you can go to these places and express your homosexuality with other homosexuals. Remember that. This is what they are telling. Yep. This is what they are telling your kids, that that these are the places that you can go and find yourself and find love and find acceptance and be tolerated, is these quote saunas and these. You're 13-year-old. Just let that sink in for a little bit. You're 13-year-old whose balls barely dropped, and this is the content that this agenda is pushing to your 13-year-old boy.
And the thing is, they act like they're not tolerated, man. Like we said earlier, I was like, dude, we walk around every single day. There's gay people all around us. It's not like we're going to punch them in the fucking face. We tolerate it.
I mean, now after reading this, bro, I probably am a little more homophobic after listening to this.
If this is what
I'm a little more homophobic and I'm a little more transphobic now.
If this is what most think, I'm gonna say yeah. I think I would be a little more.
No, I accept.
Like I said, if you are gay, you are a lesbian and you subscribe to this book and its theory, do not have anything to do with me. I'm telling you now.
It's not even the book. This book is only a small
No.
portion.
I'm not talking about the book. I'm talking about the context of what they have in it. If you are pro what they're talking about, I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Period. I want nothing to do with you and your life.
Nothing.
In fact, if you think like this and try to talk to me about this, you're probably going to need a dental visit. I'm telling you now, you're probably going to need a dental visit if you try. Because I'm thinking if you can talk to me about it, you're probably talking to somebody who can't fight back about it. And that's a problem.
You're be snarfing.
Which happens to be the very demographic this book's talking to.
Like I said, they have to catch you from young. So here we go with the final nail in the coffin. Here we go. This is the part that really got me like really riled up. LGBTQ people are way ahead of the curve with internet dating. Long before the likes of Match was Gaydar and Gaydar Girls, named after our own Sixth Sense. These websites, and now there are several, allow you to meet up with other LGBT people for coffee, dinner, and sometimes plain old-fashioned sex. It's very much a choice, and it's up to you to decide what you are looking for.
13 through 18.
13 through 18. Okay? Now, here we go. The smartphone revolution understood that, like anything in the 21st century, would eventually want to be able to download sex.
13 through 18.
Wouldn't surprise me if in a couple of years we can download the idea of sex so convincingly that we won't have to bother with the messy bodily fluids and pesky emotional stuff at all.
Pause. Hold on. Wait. Can we translate that for the rest of us? What is this guy saying? So he's saying that
robotic, online only interactions of sexual intercourse.
What does that even mean?
It's still the eradication of family.
All right, so what does the B mean in the LBGTQRS elemental? Okay, so so trans. Let me ask you a question about trans. And I don't want people to get it fucked up. You know, be you. I don't give a shit. So if a male transitions to a female and dates males, what does that make him?
Gay.
You're fucking gay, dude.
You're not a tranny, you're gay.
You're not a tranny, you're just fucking gay. A female, the same thing. A female that transitions to a male and you only date fucking females, you're just fucking gay. Why not just be gay? Why do you have to go through all the shit, chopping your titties off and all this other shit?
Because it's cosmetic. We all know it's cosmetic. And it's also brain damage. I don't care what you tell me. That's a brain disorder. If you have to mutilate yourself to the point of looking like something you're not, that is a mental disorder. People go to a straitjacket and a rubber room for less.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll tell you straight out, I don't care if say you're trans. Don't tell me you're sane, though. If you say you're trans, you can't be trans and sane. Hear me clearly now. If you say you're transsexual, you are not mentally clear. You have mental problems.
Gender dysphoria is what we call it.
Just so you know, you're not brain straight.
You can't, there's no way a grown man to me, and I know trannies, and I'm cool with them, but I still am like, there's no way, and most of them are males, there's no way a grown man wakes up in the morning, puts on a wig and a dress, dolls himself up, has a 5 o'clock shadow and walks around like a woman and thinking somebody's going to look at him like a woman. There's no fucking way.
You're not sane.
That's a mental thing, and there's nothing against mental illness because we all have some type of mental illness.
Not like that. No, there are varying degrees, and we can be sane about that. We can look. There is Jeffrey Dahmer mentally gone.
Hey, you gotta watch that fucking series.
Okay,
that series is good.
He was gone.
Yeah,
we can call it what it is. Me having depression is a mental issue, but there is a chasm between that and transsexuality, okay? Okay, we might all go through depression, But I'm sorry, it won't cascade into me going to become a female.
Yeah, if I ever dress up like a female Marlon, I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket.
I think something will
slap
be
the
definitely
shit out
off
of
with
me.
it. I know I'm leaving you. I'm not touching you. You might like me.
No,
I'm
just
not
come
doing
over
that.
here and slap the shit out of me.
I'll let Jen do it.
I'll meet you
let
at the airport. You slap me and get back on the plane. You be like,
Jen,
bam! I'll be like,
I'm gonna
wake
let Jen
up,
do that.
motherfucker.
Jen will do it. Jen will do it for me. She does. She's
Yeah,
pretty
I
good
ain't
at
gonna
that.
do that shit.
Hey, so regarding that first section, so is this kind of sort of what they're talking about here?
Yes.
I can't see it.
Android pedophile film sparks controversy and walkouts at Berlin Film Festival.
So it started.
Yeah, it's already started.
It's been starting. Yeah.
It's no different than that film that bombed at the box office because he wants people to experience.
Gross.
You know, I
And
mean,
just in case somebody wants to check it out, there's the link to the website, so y'all can go watch it yourself.
It started with Brokeback Mountain. You remember when Brokeback Mountain came out?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't
I didn't
tell
watch
you.
it. I never
They didn't
seen
tell
it,
you.
but I remember.
If you remember correctly, they didn't really tell you what the premise of the movie was.
Yep.
They kept it very hidden, so people would go thinking it was a love film. They never told you it was between the two guys. Until word started circulating that people went and started walking out, and it still sold a lot because a lot of women went to see it. It's been around for a while. Now here it goes. All right, you ready for this? This is it. It is a fact that although grown-ups, adult types are sometimes looking for a serious relationship, sometimes they're just looking for a spot of sexy fun time. You may come to establish that gay and bi men in particular do seem to quite like sex. Again, the gay and bi men. Okay, clearly everyone likes sex, but gay guys really seem to have the market cornered. Remember, this is fine. Again, the indoctrination line. Remember, this is fine as long as you're honest and always wear a condom. Gay and bi men have taken to app sex like ducks to sexy water. Technology changes frighteningly quick. The lesbian app Crusher probably was has been and gone already. But it seems that market leader Grindr is here to stay. Men again. Then he tells you, oh, remember that it has a minimum age of 18. Like you can't forge your age on an app. People do it all the time. He's telling you 18 so you know what to put down in the sign up.
Yep. I agree.
He's not telling you that you have to be 18. He's telling you that so you put 18 down.
Because there's no way to really verify. You can just put I'm 18, and there's no way for them to truly verify that.
Okay, here comes the worst part. Upload a tiny pic of yourself to the app. The app works out your location. The apps tell you who the nearest homosexuals are. You're talking
about Grindr?
Yes. And you then chat with them because they are near. It is easy to meet up with them. 13 to 17, 18-year-olds.
Okay, so is he a rep for Grindr?
No.
Because he's pushing this hard.
Well, it's because it's a gay app. Now, I want people to clearly get this picture, okay? Clearly get this picture. This disgusting human being. This trash human being right here. This absolute disgusting trash human being. And that's exactly what he is. Pedophile. Sick, disgusting human being. This guy.
He looks
dresses
like
a female to write a book to lure young boys to Grindr and tell them how to procure homosexual activities at 13 through 17.
He does look like a pedophile, though. He has that pedophile punchable face.
Under the guise of it's a kid's book, I'm just teaching you about being gay. And it's okay. Because this book is gay.
I mean, so at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about it and rave about it, but What is the solution to fix it? What is the solution? How do we
You sure you want the
stop it?
solution? You sure you want
Yeah, I
the
want
solution?
the solution. Let's
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay. This is what we have to do. Whether people believe it or not, you have to shut down apps like Grindr. You have to shut down all apps like that for both hetero and gays.
You're right.
All of them should be shut down post haste. Right now. Any site of pornography shut down right away. All of it.
Pornhub.
All of it.
Damn. Shit.
OnlyFans, all of it. All of it. Why? Because it's not just adults getting to it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's kids. And adults obviously are not protective enough to do what they need to be doing to keep kids from it.
And you're right on that. And Marlon, you're right, because we're not protective enough. And one thing that we've done, we failed as parents. I'm not saying you, but as parents in general, is that the evolution of technology, all our kids have iPads and this and this and this, and we kind of just let them fucking flow on it. You know what I mean? Kind of do their thing, but we really don't know what they're watching. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general.
Oh no. I'll give you an example. I was heavily into pornography as a kid, and I know the damage it did for me. It did a whole bunch of damage because my whole idea of relationship was skewed. My first marriage was in peril because of my view of sex, all because of my addiction to pornography. And I found it as a young person at the age of 12. 12. Okay. Now, my mother was a very, very staunch church going woman, and she kept really good tabs on me. But with my friends who didn't have that, they showed me ways to hide my addiction. And if I didn't do it at home, I could go to someone else's house and see stuff. Okay. Now, my children, one in particular, went through the same phase of having it brought to him, and he was starting to go down that road. The advantage I had was that I was able to catch it and not punish him for it, but question him and try to get him to see how detrimental this was for him. Thankfully, he grabbed onto it and moved past it after about 6 months. He was in and out, still trying to find his way and how he could. So there is no doubt that whether or not you try to keep them from it, they will find a way to get it. But it's up to you to, once you find out that they are, to get them out of it as soon as possible. We have not done that a good job as a society because people like this idiot is now putting it in books, and teachers and school systems are doing it, putting it in front of them without our permission.
Correct.
Now it's in curriculum. Like really? Okay, so then they tell your kids you can't go tell mom and dad what you found out today. So that's putting us.
And if mom and dad do show up to the school, mom and dad are getting ridiculed.
They're terrorists.
Yep.
Right?
We're getting ridiculed.
So the easy way to do it is to just get rid of these apps. I mean, it won't happen because they're gonna say free speech, free speach. Everything was.
I don't have any dating apps or any apps like that on my phone. Zero.
You don't need it.
I don't do that shit. I don't do dating apps. I don't do none of that shit. The fake and all this stuff. I talked to one person really, and it's not even like, for me, our conversations are never sexual. We don't talk to each other like that. Everything's very respectful. There's a mutual respect for each other because we're both adults, man. We don't talk like that. But a lot of these kids, they get so drawn into like pornography and apps like Grindr and Tinder and Plenty of Fish, and it's this fake reality of life and sexuality. So they get this fake fucking reality, and it twists their mind to where they don't understand how to actually love and treat someone, because everything's app based. A lot of these are hookup fucking apps. Me, I don't fucking hook up. I don't do none of that shit. I'm not that, I'm not one of those people that do that. And my son obviously is engulfed in pornography. And I have to talk to him like, dude, I get it, man, like, but you got to stop it, like I can't control everything he does. I'm not around him all the time, but he is engulfed in it, so hopefully he'll learn.
Here's how I went about telling my people, because were you ever like addicted to pornography as a youth?
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I didn't watch pornography.
So having that history, I'll tell you a good thing to do as a
magazines.
Father. Yeah, that's how mine started, and then it went to VHS.
Yeah.
Okay, and then from there, when I found the internet, that was it. It was over. It was over. The internet was, when I discovered it when I came to America, man. Grades, forget grades. Who needs grades? I'm stuck in my room. That's what I'm doing. What I try to tell people who are in it, kids especially, it will warp your sense of reality, not just for you, but for people you might encounter that you really do care and love. Okay, you might care for them deeply. You might find a girl that you really think is awesome. But that addiction will destroy every bit of credibility you have with her and will put you behind the 8 ball in so many relationships that you'll end up a very bitter human being. When they start to grasp that it will destroy not just them, but the people they say they love, a bulb goes off.
Yep.
Telling them, oh, it's not good for you, and now you need to not do it so much. I can easily play off a detriment to myself as, let me just do what I want to do. Smoking, crack. I can easily play it off. I'll just leave me alone. I want to do what I want to do. It's rebellion. A lot of us think differently when we realize we're going to hurt somebody else to the point of their detriment.
I just got a message, kind of pissed me off.
So like people are having kids and people are having children and their children are encountering this stuff. And all of a sudden now you realize that my addiction could harm my kids because they will find out and they don't know how to handle that. And they could want to harm themselves because they don't want to be in this situation. I'm only speaking from experience, okay? And I know my thing almost killed somebody that I cared about. So you need to leave and come back, sir?
No, I just saw a message. Someone sent me a message, and
that's what I'm saying. Do you need to leave and deal with it?
No, somebody I thought I was cool with put out a video about me, she said, and he said, I remind him of Jeffrey Dahmer. And I'm cool. I thought we were cool. And it's a mutual, Marlon. It's a mutual. Good. Somebody from Texas, the Texas meetup. Somebody.
Oh.
Jay Bag of Donuts.
No.
So I guess he put out a video talking shit about me.
No, that's a shame.
So now, once I say, if I've never said nothing about you, if I've never attacked you, I don't attack people who has not attacked me. If you have beef with me, send that shit in a message and tell me what your problem is with me. But don't attack me. Because now I got to go nuclear on that motherfucker. And then when I go nuclear, that's it. That's it. Now it's going to be more beef. Now I got
do you need to leave and go make? Do you need to leave and go make the video and come back?
No. We're going to finish out. We don't have much time left. How much time we got left?
10 minutes. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So your actions can detrimentally affect someone else to the point where they want to self-harm because they think they can't find love now because the one person they thought they loved betrayed them with pornography. That is a massive blow to the system when you tell them that dude, that could do something to somebody. It does something different than taking it as a self-harming thing. But people like this guy who goes on a rampage to get young men to go contrary to their nature in such a blatant way, those people aren't worthy of having a platform at all. I'm sorry. You might think, well, that's the first. No, it's not. That's pedophilia, bro. You don't deserve free air. I'm sorry. No, you deserve to be under the jail. You are grooming. me put it to you this way:
Yep.
he is grooming, and he's just hoping that young boys reach out to him. That's all this is. He is a pedophile. I'm gonna tell you, he probably will be arrested within the next couple of years for having images of young boys on his laptop. I'm gonna bet you money right now.
I agree.
I'm gonna bet you money right now.
Start the stopwatch now is what I say.
I just don't understand it myself. But I mean, at the same time, I don't think I should understand it, because if I did understand it, it would make too much sense. And then I'd have to really put people down. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to give them that kind of airtime. But they're affecting children in the meantime. They're affecting the ones that cannot reason through this stuff in their own. Like, they can't do it. Children will read that and think it's really cool. When you're a child, you get impulses all the time.
And not only that, but the way it's presented is, then if I do it this way, people will like me. And what young teenager between 13 to 17 doesn't want to be liked and accepted by everybody? It's literally preying off of, for lack of a better word, it's preying off of an immature idea of validation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if
exactly
gay people are being cool, then I want to be gay so I can be cool.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And this is where we are, all stemming from last year's joke of we'll indoctrinate your kids.
Slippery
We
has
took
met
it
slope.
we took it as a joke. We took it as, oh, they won't really do that. That's not true. We'll be fine. And then, boom, here you are in this state where people are actually going after your kids on purpose.
That's right.
And, bro, did you change your TikTok? Let's give them your actual TikTok handle. What's it called now?
It's the Bro Kitch. It's the same. I have two.
All one?
The Bro Kitch 76. That's my backup. But the original is, hang on. The original is, I never remember my own fucking. That's crazy, right? The Bro Kitchen guy, or Bro Kitch.
Bro Kitch.
Yeah, Bro Kitch. No spaces, no freaking underscores, just Bro Kitch.
Has yours been banned yet, Jay?
Say again?
Has Jay, did your TikTok get banned yet?
Man,
not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I thought mine got
It's
deleted
close.
the other day. It logged me out for some
mine's
strange
closed.
reason, and I was
I'm
like,
right behind you. I'm right behind you. My shit's teeter-tottering right now. I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta watch.
It's on the edge, man. It's on the edge.
As long as I get all my money, you know, as long as they've taken my money many times before, so they've probably taken a total of $1,000 from me.
Wow.
TikTok.
Jeez.
Yeah. True story.
I'm sorry, man. That sucks.
No, it does. I mean, people keep saying, draw your money out. I'm like, no, I'm just going to let it sit and boom, delete it.
Maybe now you should not let it sit. Just pull it when it's over 50.
Yeah, I think they take like 60% or something like that. So it's probably not even worth taking it out.
No, they don't. It's all through PayPal.
Oh.
Yeah. I do it through PayPal, and the PayPal is the only fee that I get taken. So.
Oh, okay. I should have took that shit out, man. When my account was at 90K, and I had like $700+ in my.
I didn't even know I had money in there when I went live for the first time. I didn't realize that that the gifts were actually money. I didn't know, and I lost my 120,000 account follower account, only to realize I had almost $600 in there just sitting down. Didn't even know.
And they take it all, man. That's their fucking Ponzi scheme. They take all your money from you, man. They get paid when they delete your account. I'm telling you. They're like, oh, this dude got almost $700. Take it. Boom. Gone.
His account.
1K. Take it. Gone.
So y'all in the chat, if y'all want to give us super chats and whatnot, feel free. Go right ahead.
Yeah, we can't take it yet because we ain't monetized. Y'all ain't subbing up. Sub up, people. Sub up.
But you can cash at me, folks.
I know how we
get
it.
You can cash at me because I do a lot of cooking, and cooking can get expensive. So if you want me to cook something, go to my or my TikTok, and just cash at me, and I'll freaking use that money to buy whatever you want me to cook.
He only cooks water, people. He can't
You're
cook in water.
crazy, Marlon.
Just water.
This is coming from a guy who takes instant ramen noodles.
We should do a TikTok live together.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, I'm not from Uganda. Wherever Marlon's from, Uganda.
You can't go live yet.
I can't go live. No, I only have, what is it? I think I only have about 100 followers. 147 followers on my account.
Yeah, Marlon, we'll go live one day.
Let's let it grow.
This is on. Let me bring up our channel so you guys can see it. Because you guys need to go sub up. We need to find a way to do a TikTok live together though, for real.
Or Instagram live. Instagram's a lot better. You don't get booted, just get booted, you know.
Except I don't have let me copy the link and share it so you guys can okay, here we go. Here is our channel. He does cook good. I'm not going. I'm all jokes aside. Bro has some mean skills in the kitchen. He does have some mean skills in the kitchen. So here's Triple Threat Mafia. Hey people, here it is. These are the shows we've done so far. But we need some pumping up. We need this pumped up.
Share.
What do I have? I have 1,000 subs on Instagram. How many do you have, bro?
1,600.
Okay. How many do you have, Jay?
410.
Okay.
410.
So I think if we all went a mutual live on Instagram the next time to try and get the subs up on his channel, I think we'd be good. So how about the next time we do it, we do a live instead of a live on this, we'll do it on Instagram.
And Marlon, you know, I made a freaking admin on my other page, so you know that has 7,400. So you know we can also do it on that. I don't know if you shared it on that or
this is streaming there right now.
Yeah. So you know the more we fucking stream out, the more the message is going to get out there, and just be raw. There's 3 different personalities within us. You know what I mean? And that's what makes this fucking podcast good, because we have 3 different people with three different personalities, and we all bring something to the table. So
we are schizo.
Share with everyone. Share with your mama, your granddaddy, your grandpappy, your freaking auntie, your uncle, your one-legged freaking nephew, whoever you got to share it with. Just
a one-legged nephew.
Yeah, I just threw that out there. I didn't even know.
That's a lot of people. But yes, I think we should do that next Monday. We should do the live via Instagram.
Okay.
Try and trump up some subs for the channel.
So we're changing it to Mondays now, right?
No, just for the next week because of his.
Because Jay's working thing. Okay.
Yes.
We'll go back to Wednesdays after next Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. We'll switch it up to Instagram, and we could probably still stream on other platforms if we use Instagram.
I think I can add it. The Instagram, but I only can add one at a time. But I want us to be all on the screen at the same time. You know what I mean? So I think that's what I want to do, is try and figure out a way to do it. We'll figure it out. In the meantime and in between time, watch out for your children. And any pedophile coming around them, beat them to the ground. You have my permission. Please do it. Please.
Hey, the way you do it, you fucking bury their body in a ditch and just leave their head out. And then what you do is you dump honey all over their head, put them ants around them. Ants do work.
What about cats? Just put cats?
Or anything. Anything gonna get is just gonna fuck them up. And
that's brutal, bro.
We got to protect the children, man. It's more than just child trafficking. It's protecting the children emotionally, mentally,
and physically,
and education. It's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
We can stop it all. We just have to know that it's more than just human trafficking and pedophilia. Pedophilia starts with the brain. The minute you start freaking indoctrinating the kids to accept it, it's easier for a kid to fall for it. So we need to fucking pay attention to what's going on, and be involved in kids' lives and let them know, like, hey, if this person says these words to you or talks about this, let me know. And we can fix it. Or we just got to start, you know, putting people's heads on stakes. That's my thing. You know, I'm the dude. You know, I'm a little more violent than these two, but you know, if we got to put people's heads on stakes.
Oh, well, I don't know that you're more vocally about it, but trust that I don't think that we'll have a problem doing something if something needs doing, right, Jay? I don't think that's going to be a problem. Careful with the quiet ones. This is what I say about quiet people, okay? Quiet people are the worst ones to piss off.
Yep.
Never upset people who are just wanting to be quiet. It's not worth it. It's just don't do it, okay? Don't. I have a nephew like that, and I learned the hard way. Don't piss off quiet people. They're quiet because they're trying to subdue something that's bigger than you. Don't cross them.
And then not only that, but we're very observant, and when when some pops off and we do one of these things, that's when it ends.
It's a bad day. A very bad day. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of the week. We'll catch you guys back here on Monday. Hopefully we'll have our special guest with us. Yep, on the IG. Yeah, on the IG, and I think hopefully what's her name will be there. Purge the Marxist will be there.
Oh, cool. I don't know her.
Oh, so, you'd like her. She's fun. Hopefully we can do the four-way Instagram live. And we'll do that. Catch up then. Until then, y'all have a grand
love, share, comment, subscribe, y'all.
Please do. Laters.